everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Beckham's Giants going up against Evans's Buccaneers.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! Let's round! Come on, let's go!
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, and hit them over the top.
Here we go! Grand 38!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Fancy footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
The first carry for Washington. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Watson now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Let's go. 38.
On 3rd down, it's Davis, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Watson on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The play clock's running down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try the counter with Washington. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down. That's Davis, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start out here with the option left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We see passes like that all the time, don't we? When he's back there surveying the field, clock ticking in his head, trying to avoid the sack and the hit. Let him just a little bit too much trying to get out to his running back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Crowell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something. And
no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Bucs now. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, here's Watson. A dump off for Davis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go. Let's go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try to run for it with Corral. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Throw now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Here's Washington. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So it's been a battle of field goals here early on. I guess if this were a soccer game, it'd be 2-1, but instead here it's now 6-3.
You mean if this were a football game? Give credit to both defenses, though. When push comes to shove here early, they've held the line, and neither of these offenses have been able to break through.
And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They run with Washington, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, Watson. And this one's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. Here we go. What? 9. Flex round.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far.
Come on, baby. Get on your feet. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get down. Over here.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Ohio! Come on, let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. What? Black round.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the toss play, this is Washington. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. The play clock's running down. Now Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Watson. Oh, fighting off the defender. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio.
Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patrick. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run again with Ware. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. They'll try the air now with Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Bucs on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Watson just beating the play clock. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, Crowell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Check 3.
They run it here. Ware. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Ware. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9. And the play clock's running down. Running it, Washington. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A first down carry now for Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Come on, let's go. 38.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Come on, let's go. 38. Ohio.
Play clock winding down. Here's Watson now on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw here. Fighting to stay upright. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They begin with a run by Crowell. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Let's go!
They keep it with Crowell on first. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
To my eyes, numbers deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
You have no timeouts. You absolutely know you have to get out of bounds. That's been practiced many, many times. Can't afford to blow it in this situation.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.